So I chose UTS mainly because of the course. The computer science course that they offered was pretty much the right fit for me. Also, the location of UTS, it's in a pretty accessible location. That's a pretty important factor for me, the fact that it's so close to the railway station and bus stations and whatnot. I wasn't too sure of whether I wanted to study in Sri Lanka or whether I wanted to go abroad for university. So studying UTS College Sri Lanka, having that first year university experience for my first year while being in Sri Lanka was a pretty good thing for me. It helped me still stay with my family during that first year. I think my experience would be quite different if I just came over to UTS Sydney straight away. I think the biggest thing would be might have been a bit overwhelming for me because UTS is pretty big. The classes, you'd have like 400 to 500 people in one class. And comparing that with UTS College where, you can have a sort of, you'd have smaller classes, a bit more of a tailor-made teaching experience. The most exciting thing, I'd say orientation day at UTS was pretty exciting. Seeing thousands of people here on campus, and seeing all the different clubs that you can go into, the different activities. It felt very festive. I've actually used UTS Helps for my assignments and whatnot. Pretty helpful. I used it for some challenging courses and it helped me get through my assignments pretty well. But in terms of support services, there's also the Student Center who are pretty helpful if you have any questions. I needed a lot of help with my study plan, which the Student Center kind of found the right person to help me out with my study plan, to kind of formulate that for me. One of the greatest things about UTS is how the standard of the course is pretty up to date. The course is made in a way that it pushes students to be more creative, like you get extra points, extra marks in your assignments and whatnot for being more creative. In terms of innovation, UTS have things like UTS Data Arena, and they have tailor-made labs for things like cybersecurity, networking. In terms of that, they're always modern, up to standard. So when you go into the industry, I feel like you'd have the necessary skills and competencies to be able to start your first job. I guess my biggest tip would be, or advice would be, that UTS College Sri Lanka gives you a good feel of what an Australian university experience is like without leaving Sri Lanka. So if you're not comfortable with leaving, moving to a new country as of yet, but still want to experience the Australian university experience, I think UTS College Sri Lanka is a pretty good place to be.